started working as a behavioral healthcare provider, as a psychosocial rehabilitation counselor, and last year was 2020 with the coronavirus pandemic, and it's 2021, and I'm here, and you're here, and yep, that's where I'm from. This is where I'm at now.
What's your stance on global healthcare?
What do you mean? My stance on global healthcare? You mean how
What's your opinion? What's your opinion of the global healthcare?
Okay.
Is it falling apart? Is it a perfect situation? Is it?
I won't say it's either or. I'm saying that a lot of people know that it's an issue, and they say, "Oh, global healthcare is an issue, and why isn't it an issue?" And I'm just like, these type of issues these problems have answers in the problems themselves. So global healthcare is an issue because it's not offered globally. It's offered to those who can afford it. And so right now we're living a life where people are making a living instead of making a life worth living.
Well, how would you change the global healthcare? What would you do to make it a better situation for everyone?
I would not change anything. When it comes to change, I wouldn't change anything. I would like for a better mindset approach to the whole matter, and that healthcare shouldn't be dependent upon monetary circumstances. Healthcare by itself means that you're caring about somebody's health, and that if that's based on money, and if if that's like what's making you want to be a doctor, then of course you're going to lack the basic skill to have patient care. Of course, there's going to be parts of the world that don't have doctors out of the goodness of their hearts going there and providing health care. So right now it's just kind of just health.
All right. Well, as a mental health care provider, do you feel an impact on today's youth?
Yeah, so I can't really say anything specific about my I say clients and not patients, about my clients because of HIPAA laws, and I have to abide by the confidentiality of the situations. But in general, a lot of them are kind of impacted by the effects of what has been taken away from what's personalized to it being standardized. For example, like a lot of my teen girls are they're worried that they're too fat or they're too skinny, or they have this standardized beauty out there, and beauty is really just in the eye of the beholder. And first of all, it starts within yourself. So if you don't think you're beautiful, or if people around you aren't telling you that you're beautiful, then of course it's going to create that negative thought in your head, and of course it's going to create that negative emotion. Of course it's going to resonate into a negative behavior, and it doesn't help with people who have depression or anxiety disorders, which are personality disorders, and personality disorders are a direct cause because of what's been personalized as a natural thing for a person, and people are taking away from that. So when it comes to this social media driven world, I would say use that social media to lift each other up, not tear each other down.
With social media, do you think that people's interactions are becoming distant?
Yeah, of course. I feel like a lot of people mistake what love is. I think a lot of people don't really care about love. I think people have the wrong idea about love. I think that they don't really know what love is because it's really rare. They say that people are more focused on money, and people are thinking that hate is the opposite of love, but hate isn't the opposite of love. The opposite of love is indifference, when you don't care. So what they don't understand is that hate or fighting with somebody, like that means you care about that person. You have to either love somebody to hate them, or hold their opinions high enough for value to even consider it to even affect you. And I think that if people understood that how someone treats you and the things that they say to you is how it reflects their character, not yours. I think if people, especially teenagers growing up, if they had realized that that's not on them, it's on what the other person is going through, what the environmental factors about them, and it's not at all like resonating about you, I think it would actually help a lot of people in their self-esteem issues. It would have helped me when I was younger, but I mean, we didn't have mental health care providers. We didn't have anything. We learned it the hard way. We seek validation all of our lives, and now if somebody compliments us, we're just like, a guy will say, "Hey, you got some big eyes," and I'm just like, "Thanks, they're blind." Just stuff like that. You could, you have to really kind of understand where these uncomfortable emotions and all that stuff, you have to understand where the triggers are, where it resonates from, where it originated from, understanding that and accepting it.
Well, with that, the social distancing from the pandemic and the lack of human interaction, do you think that'll change the way humans deal with each other?
I think it has. I think this whole COVID-19 corona pandemic, first of all, coronavirus has been here since the 1930s, but all right, if let's just say metaphorically it was a social experiment, I would say that it definitely brought out a lot of truth. I've gone through probably one of my most hardest breakups. I've struggled in literally every part of my life, monetarily, relationship-wise, love-wise, family-wise. I mean, we were all just stressed. It was just stress, and it's like we were just stuck. So I feel like as humans, to be impacted like this, humans need to understand that part of being human is to accept that, one, you're individuals. So there's an individualistic component about you that makes you unique from everybody else. So take care of your thoughts when you're alone. But the thing is, because we're human, we also like human interaction. We need human interaction. We need that, emotional support, that love. And so take care of your thoughts when you're alone, and also take care of your words with people, because once that human interaction is gone and you're just at home alone with your thoughts, there's no one there to kind of be like, hey, don't think like that, or hey, you don't have to feel alone. So you can't have one without the other. You have to have both, and that's what people don't get. Relationships are breaking. People would rather jump into the next relationship instead of sitting down and healing themselves, and they just don't care. And that's what the opposite of love is.
You think love is the answer?
Yes, love is always the answer. It's not the only answer, but I feel like when it comes to what runs the world, saying that money runs the world is exactly why it's spinning out of control. But love, I think I can speak for everybody. I think that we all, I may be the only one saying it out loud, but I think we all know that that's what the missing component. No one's really stopping to, be like, hey, you know what, I love you, you matter. Everybody's just like, no, you know what, you're my ex, you screwed me over, I'm gonna look at that situation as a complete loss. But they're not looking at it as a learning situation. They're not replacing that lost word with learn, and understanding that these are the situations that help shape and form you into who you are and who you're supposed to become anyway.
Do you feel love?
Yeah, what's up?
Do you feel love?
Do I feel love? What do you mean, within myself, or?
Do you feel loved?
Oh, do I feel loved? I feel loved now, because growing up I wasn't loved correctly, and they say all's fair in love and war, but it's not war, it's not anything like that. People have the wrong idea about love, so growing up I seek the validation from people. I've been told certain things out of this ego, this greed, this these things that have no match for like that unconditional love. Love has become so conditional, and that's not love. It's like possession or like some kind of weird past trauma like lingering. But I had to understand that I couldn't just love everybody around me. I had to love myself, so that if I love myself 110%, just in case if somebody comes into my life and leaves, I'll still be loving myself 110%. Like, I got me. I'm not placing my happiness into somebody else's hands, because I kept doing that all my life and they kept dropping it. And I kept trying to change and I wasn't changing. I was just awakening parts of me that were already there. So doing what I do, it has helped me learn things about myself. It has helped me attract what I was. You know, we all attract what we are. So, you know, I felt love. I felt love all the time. But the thing is, some people have different processes and learning processes and growth processes into understanding themselves and the loving process. But I try to love everybody, even the ones who's hurt us. Like, I feel like the ones who have hurt us the most need love the most. So I try to send off every bad friend, bad situation with the ex-lover, any kind of family members that I have distanced myself off with. I will love them at a distance, because honestly, everybody needs love. And who's to say that someone doesn't deserve love? Because everybody deserves love. And I think that's where everybody went wrong. I think that's where the problem actually started, when someone actually said that there was a problem to begin with. And when you keep finding problems in something, you kind of kill what you love.
Well, you can't change that there are problems in the world.
No, you can't change it. And I'm not saying to change. I think the problem is that people think that they do need to change. Because when you're changing, you don't really change. You just kind of awaken the parts of you that already make you you, depending on that situation. You change, meaning you improve once you've come to a balance with the understanding that, you know what, I'm gonna be assertive about this. I'm gonna create a balance with what I want and what I need and stand my ground. But then I'm also gonna take into consideration about what you want and what you need, because that's what makes us human. I'm an individual. You're an individual too. You're male. I'm female. These are individualistic qualities about us that makes us different. But hey, you're still a person. I'm still a person, and we all still need human interaction. We need conversations. We need support. We need that togetherness. So we need human interaction. So this pandemic has definitely allowed me to see the effects of what's been kind of going on underneath the covers.
Well, how would you change?
I wouldn't change. I would tell everybody to just chill and trust the process, and that if somebody has said anything negative to you or negative about you, it's reflective of their character and not yours. And that honestly, the hearts that are meant to find you, the hearts that are meant for you, they will gravitate towards you. But when you're ready for it, and everything is written, everybody's inherently good. No one's evil. You have to be good first to become bad. There's no such thing as a bad person. There's only bad actions and there's only bad intentions. But these are all learned behaviors created by society with this list of do's and don'ts. And you know what? I don't know if it's done more harm than good, but these are learned behaviors that can be unlearned. I mean, I'm kind of living proof. I could have, based on everything that I've gone through, and I'm not saying that my pain is like any worse than yours or any better or anything like that, but we all have a choice at the end of the day, and sometimes doing nothing is also a problem in the face of a problem.
Good.
Good.
What's the answer?
Love. The answer is love. You want to be comfortable and just...
I'm comfortable.
You're going to hold it like that the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Alright, you ready?
Hmm?
Introduce yourself.
Right now? Is it recording?
It's been recorded.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do it look in the... can I just... Okay.
Alright.
You're gonna ask a question. You're just looking at me. Come on. This was a bad idea. Are you recording right now? Are you serious? Can you please stop? Cut. Cut.
Today's interview consists of